I was born in Easy Town, but Easy Town wasn't easy. I saw everything, violence, drugs, chaos every day. It made me who I am today, and I was fortunate enough to get out. Since I was young, I turned to football and punished people every day. You see me on the field, you know what's going to happen. If you think you can take me, you're wrong. If you think you're stronger than me, you're definitely wrong. If you think you're faster than me, it's not happening. I'm Kardell Thomas, the best player in the country, and I will crush you. To me, football means everything. I've been playing it since 4, so I developed a deep love for football. I feel like I'm kind of like the LeBron of high school football. I'm a phenom, I can do everything. When a college coach, describe my game, they just tell me that they wish their guys can play like me. That's all they talk about, man, you run track, man, you catch the ball, man, you run routes. And then they want to watch it and see that. Then the blocking that goes out the window, because that's all we talk about.
He plays like he's in college already. He has a lot of work that he still needs to do, but the one thing they won't have to teach is the aggressiveness. College coaches, they say he dominates. From the opening snap, he fires off the ball. He doesn't take plays off, and that's a big plus in college coaches' eyes.
I've been knowing Cardell for since 7th grade, I can count on him for whatever. If I need something from him, I can always count on him, He loyal to me. He's a great athlete. #1 player in the nation. Teachers love him, everyone loves him, I don't think he have any enemies, honestly. I mean, unless they're fans from another school, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be the #1 player in the nation. I went to the All-American Combine and nobody grinded like I did. I go hard. Every event I'm at, I go hard. On the field, I go hard. That's the true definition of a 5-star and a #1 player. The amount of hate I get is just crazy. People be mad because they never seen nobody like me. And they want to hate that so much. God bless the haters, the people that hate me. And I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Because you're hating for no reason, you're hating on somebody that's doing something positive. When the environment they came from, they could be doing a lot of vulgar and violent things and just be a straight thug. It's just for recovery, when your body aching, things like that. I take it once before workouts, and after I come home, I take it again, so twice a day. Woo! Make you rethink taking it. I look at my workouts, I look in the mirror, I like to see myself progress, because that let me know that I'm doing something right. That's it, now let's go get the workout in. I don't have no personal trainer. This is it right here. The workout made to make you push yourself. People might be like, oh, I'm feeling sore. This is what you're supposed to do.
Push. Come on, push. Dips to wore you out. It's where it all started at, right here. His work ethic is real good. Always been good. Once he decided just what he wanted to do about 9, 10, he never had a problem out of it.
He's a 4.0 student on top of being this #1 athlete. And his goal always been to go to LSU and make it to the NFL. Since he was little, he wanted to wear that purple and gold.
All the college coaches asking, how you got his feet like that? How you got his feet like that? But this is the part of it, the broomstick workout. I will credit this drill to his quick feet. The object is that as soon as you land, be right back up off the ground. There you go. Quickness. There you go. Yeah. 2016, we had the flood in Baton Rouge. We lost everything, and we ended up having to go to the Best Western, and he still continued his workout. That night he did push-ups, he ran the stairs, he jumped rope, he ran around the complex. He said, I can't get out of shape, even though we're not playing. He knows how to handle adversity well now. All right.
Where he grew up, Easy Town. It was a fairly rough area. They made the best out of it. It's so easy to get caught up in, I guess you could say, the street culture. But he never got caught up in all that. He always kept his grades. never really got into trouble at all. And he just focused on what you want to do, which is be a great football player, scholar, and continue with it.
There you go. Yeah.
Baton Rouge, it's a fun city at times. You know, it's also a violent city. So, you know, you got to watch yourself a lot in Baton Rouge, honestly. When I was growing up, I lived in a poor area. I mean, you hear gunshots a lot when you're in the hood, and it was every day. But my parents just worked hard, got enough money to get me out of there. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. This is Lula Avenue. This is the stomping ground right here, boy. Crazy being back here. I ain't even gonna cap. I haven't been here in a minute, man. It's crazy. Right here, used to be Black and JT. They was like my two best friends. We used to play every day, like literally every day, no matter what. It was raining, nighttime, all that. That's all we did. Right here used to be Ross. He used to ask my daddy for $1 and a bill every day, no matter what kind of bill it was. It was funny to me. Here used to be Miss Paula. Anything you needed, Miss Paula had you, no matter what it was. Is that Miss Betty down there?
Congrats! Oh, you're so tall. I don't even know who you are. Cardell, you so big.
How you doing?
Him and my daughter went to school together. She was a cheerleader, he was a football player.
All right, now here go my house right here.
This is where he ride bikes and played ball.
He get up at 6 in the morning, he up trying to hit the door, ride his bike, play the basketball, 6 in the morning, every morning.
Like when we got bored, we used to go find something to do. I mean, we used to stay pulling this fire hydrant here out. Like you pull it out, buku water, and just pull it, flood the street. You bored, you go pull it. Hey man, you go pull it. Somebody gonna go pull it, and then it's gonna flood the whole street.
When they flood the street, they'll let me call the water people and say we got a problem. Never told me they did it. To the neighbor told me, and I whipped him. I really did.
It's called Easy Town. It's not easy. It's like a lot of poverty around here. You're gonna see a lot of poverty-stricken kids.
One day, you know, we was just playing outside, you know, like all day, pick up sticks. I'll never forget it. Right here, this was playing there, this line right here. It was a Chrysler. He pulled up by the tree, shot, like just shot, boom, 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 boom. We was like, dang, I hit the ground. You know, I don't know what it was. I don't know if he mistook the house for somebody's, I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to hit, but thank God he didn't. You know, that's real. Like that's where I come from. My parents got me out of here. They saw what I was becoming and they didn't want me to become it here. I had to work extra hard just to get the house we in now. Like, so that's what made me say like, you know, I'm gonna do this for my parents and for, you know, for me really, because I love the game myself. And you know, I just thank God for them. I thank God for all this. What's up, y'all? This is my grandfather right here. What's up, brother? This is my beautiful mother. This is my girlfriend. And now, oh, my Aunt Vicky right there.
And this is the secret to Auntie and my gumbo.
Gumbo is not hard to make. Just follow the steps. We start off with the seasoning, like bell pepper and onions and celery. We put all of that in there.
You gotta have your smoked neck bones. You gotta slice your sausage. Make sure you got the chicken. Put it in the pot.
Constantly stirred.
And where's the best gumbo in the world?
Louisiana! And Jerry's Kitchen. To have family around, it means so much to me. And what is very, very heartwarming that they came together to celebrate Cardell. Cardell going to LSU, it means a lot because my husband and I, we do have some health issues, and Cardell chose to stay home close to us so we can go to the games, so we didn't have to travel so much. Their Valley is gonna be outrageous because as Cardell tell y'all, he's gonna bring the swagger.
We know 2016 was a very horrible time for this city, but thank the Lord for the Thomases that God has brought you guys back in your house, and that is thank the Lord for what we see, all that God has done.
One of the greatest effects that Cardell has is his character. He's a quiet, gentle spirit, a gentle giant, I guess you might say. Just because you have the talent, that doesn't always translate into making it to the next level. But when you have the proper support base, when you have the proper parenting, and what I know about his parents is they've taught this kid to be honorable and respectful. And so I think that is what is reflected in this young man's life. And I think he's gonna go very, very far.
Excuse me, who's gonna go to an LSU game? Yeah. With family like this, you can't lose.
Wait! Ah! Ah!
It's summertime. Oh, shit.
Oh my God. Oh. Let's do it. I'm Bryan Bresee, the #1 football player in the country. Being the #1 recruit puts a target on your back. I can't make any mistakes. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna be myself. But being #1 is not everything. I still wanna go win a state championship, be the best teammate I can, and be a leader on my team.
People would see him, think that, oh, he's probably full of himself. He's the #1 recruit in the nation, but you couldn't be more wrong on that.
He doesn't always talk about football. Like, don't get me wrong, football's his life. He loves it, but he's not always talking about how good he is or his offers and all that. Like you see a lot of times with these cocky high schoolers. Like he's not like that. He sets himself apart from that.
I don't think I've ever seen Bryan without a smile on his face. High energy, both on the football field and off.
Let's have a sense of urgency when we come off the ball. Okay? Let's dominate, deliver, destroy. That's aggressive. Good job.
What? How's your back feel? It hurts bad.
Stop asking me.
Does it hurt really bad?
Yes.
You want me to kiss it?
So I tweaked my back a little bit, and Bryan's always there making sure I'm okay, laughing at me, making jokes that I'm an old man, but I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I got to set the example for the kids. But it's good to see that Bryan's concerned.
I'm not sure how he turns it on and off. I mean, he gets on the field, he's a completely different person in a good way, in a football manner. Like he sees it as other kids that are going against him trying to beat him, and he doesn't want to lose.
Off the field, he's a great guy. On the field, still a great guy, but I mean, you gotta be a little nasty if you want to be good at this.
Bryan is great. Like I couldn't ask for a better type of friend. I mean, he's not big-headed, even though he's the #1 recruit in the nation. He has all these offers, but you would never be able to tell.
We just finished practice. We're gonna head up, get some food. These past 3 years, we've won 3 state championships in a row. Lodge has been a part of every one of them. Have you? Trevor has. James, were you? Yeah, so this is my first year here, last year, and we got one, so it's exciting. Hopefully we get another one this year. So we're 42-0 right now, and the Maryland state record is 50 wins in a row. Wise is tied with us. They're still going. So if we both beat it, we'll both be tied for one until one of us loses. So game days, this town shuts down. Everyone will just be at our game of its own. They were lined up around the track. Both the stands were filled up. It was crazy. This season's gonna bring some challenges. We're light on numbers, but we just gotta play like we always do. We got a good defense, good offense. I think if we keep everything together, we'll probably win state again. Just finished lunch. I'm about to go over to my parents and play a little bit of basketball, hang out for a little bit before I got to get back to this second two-day. This is my parents' house. It's where I grew up. This is the wall of the family. We got all three of my sisters. I'm back in my quarterbacking days. A little hurdle going on. My dad coached me forever. Richie Bresee.
I'm Dad.
This is my mom, Megan.
Hi.
So,
Come on, let's go. You ready?
we get it.
All
Come
right,
on.
we're gonna take your car.
Hop in.
All right, let me get my car.
I'm going to the basketball courts. I gotta go show my dad what's up. Show my dad and mom that
That's now.
they're getting old. They're getting old and they don't got it anymore.
I can beat you.
Yeah.
Are you crazy? Come
I
on.
can. I don't know if I can beat you, Brian.
I can't believe they just put new basketball courts.
No,
Dad, those are new rims.
Oh, yeah,
No, I'm not making any.
You know what probably changed because all you guys up here hanging on.
Yeah, because the rims used to be like 9.5, so we could just get up and just
Now
bang.
it's probably 10. Now it's probably the real 10 and you can't dunk.
Hey, we'll see. Bro, I'm gonna dunk on you.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm dunk on you.
Like it's been a minute, just like the old days. You're not gonna dunk on me, I promise you that. You can never tell if you didn't know who Brian was that he was the #1 player in the country or a top pick with all these offers. He never acts like that. All right, let's go. First one to 3.
There's one for you.
It's not winners.
Is it winners?
No.
How am I gonna cover 2 people?
Lay up, man. Thanks.
Hell no.
I don't know if we necessarily feel the pressure of the 43-0 win streak or Brian being the #1 kid. We don't talk about it a whole lot. It's not part of our everyday conversation.
I think being the #1 recruit is a lot of pressure.
Part of the reason we probably don't talk about it is because we don't want to add to the pressure.
Nope.
How well he's been able to handle it and just manage it and still go all about being a 15-year-old boy and a 16-year-old boy. I think people, that's one thing that they thank God.
Well, that's what.
Watch out. You're supposed to cover bags. One more.
See, he wants to keep running up the score. It's done. It's over with. That's a wrap. We're gonna do some fun stuff today. Get out, get on some 4-wheelers. Then we're gonna jump in the lake and just hang out. So normally don't get to do this during football season, so it'll be fun. Let me see it. We gotta move this branch. Are we doing the diving board first? All right, we're about to hop in the pond, do some tricks off the diving board, the rope swing. It's so unsturdy, man. Is it cold?
No, it's good. It's good.
Wait, how cold is it? Wait. Ah! Ah! Oh my God. Oh shit. Why is it so cold, bro? Are there steps or anything? Where? I got it. Rope swing?
Yeah, all right.
Gotta go hit the rope swing. Let's do it. You nervous?
Nope.
This is scary, man.
Just be fearless. What's the worst that happens? You die?
Yeah.
What's the fear about death?
Everything?
It's over then. Son of a...
If he goes off the top, I'll do it.
Mine's just crazy.
Will you do it if he goes off the top?
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
This is whack, dude.
God, you're freaking nuts. Don't die. Oh, he's a nut. I'm nervous I'm gonna hit that freaking thing.
Oh, you went.
He didn't tuck his feet far enough.
I knew it.
You shook your feet like an animal.
You shook your toe right at the island.
Bro, you went like 5 miles.
Damn it. Breaker 19, we got a problem here. Breaker 19. This we're taking on water.
Do we need this thing to get it? I'll shoulder press it, man. I'll shoulder press it, I swear.
Where you go, Superman? I'll go get that zip line.
It was a good time, you know, hanging out with the boys today. And to get out and get after the scrimmage and hopefully catch our first win in a game like scrimmage. So excited to get after it. It's game time.
What are they doing, bro?
Okay, let's come out here and explode. Okay, let's dominate, destroy, demolish. Let's not settle for just good enough. Let's be perfect. Okay, if you're gonna make mistakes, make 100 miles an hour.
Get high! Dominate on 3! 1, 2, 3!
Being number one, you know, was a huge honor for me. It just motivates me, I really think, just to stay there. Really more important for me is just going out and winning games and, you know, hopefully one day finding a college where I think I can really exceed and, you know, play to the best of my ability.
I mean, every little thing you do, people are watching you.
Hey, good hands, Bryan.
The different moves that he was able to make at, you know, such a young age. I think that impressed a lot of coaches, and they're like, wow, if he already has this, then can you imagine when he starts working with somebody at the next level?
Slugfest. We gotta have it up by 1.
Just the way that he's able to play that position and all the tools that are already in the box. You know, basically the sky's the limit.
My name is Kayvon Thibodeau. I'm not afraid to do anything. Fourth quarter, need to stop, it's a different mindset. There'll be nobody standing in my way. A lot of people look at me and they say I'm big, but I'm not a big hitter. I don't think so. I'm not one of those guys like a Ray Lewis that just, you know, knock dudes out. But I don't miss a tackle. A tackle is a tackle no matter how you do it, you know. I make tackles, you know, I make stats, I make things happen. I guess I use my speed. My speed is my biggest advantage. Being tall, a lot of guys are heavy set, but I'm more slender. So I'm able to run, able to move. You know how cars nowadays have a reserve tank? You could be on E, but you have that reserve tank. You gotta pull it out. Fourth quarter, need to stop, it's a different mindset. Because now it's just man on man, especially on D-line, it's man on man. The only person stopping me from winning is you. It's one man. There'll be nobody standing in my way. Nobody. There's no way I'll let one man stop me. Or 2. Everybody says some percentage on the game is mental, but they're right. Football is mental. So right from the jump, offensive tackles, I get in their heads. You know, once you get in someone's head, they're done. Once they want to fight you, once they want mad at you, once they hate you, they're done. They're forgetting their assignment, they're doing everything. So now I'm playing with you.
Come on, man, make this harder. Make it harder.
My tactic when I'm talking trash isn't making up stuff oh, I was with your sister, stuff like that. I don't know, I think that's fake. I'm more of a once I get you, oh yeah, I'm coming to get you again. Be ready, because I'm coming. And you know, get them scared. Now I'm jumping, now I'm talking. Now they, you know, on their toes and they don't know what's going on. I have to make you fear me. You know, fear is a big game in football. Once somebody fears you, they're done. You know, I don't want people to be scared of me. It's just life, you know what I mean? So That's what I use to my advantage on the field. I don't want to just be like, oh, he's ranked because he's 6'5", or he's ranked because he's this, or I want to show people why, so they can say, oh yeah, he's the truth, he's real. I grew up in a family where it's like you gotta have confidence in yourself, you know, or because like, we all talked about each other, like, you know, joked around with each other and everything, so you have to be tough. I'm from the city, LA, South Central. It's a pretty fast life down there, you know, a lot going on all the time. Growing up in the city, you know, it's a lot of gangs and stuff like that. I've seen the worst things in life. I've seen the best things in life. My mom, you know, kept me in school, kept me straight, always, you know, took care of me, always been in sports. It's just been like my friends, you know, like the people I had to hang around, the people I chose to hang around. It was like, what could I do? If they were in gangs, it was like, these are my friends. So now it's like, okay, now I'm considered affiliated or with them or like under the same umbrella when I wasn't. So my friends, they're still my friends, they're still my family, you know, they're still who I grew up with, but I try to bring them to a better environment, you know, try to be the gateway so they can see something different. I have friends that have never seen the beach. I wasn't even a football player, like, you know, from the start. It was maybe about like 3rd grade. One of my teachers coached for a Pop Warner team, and he seen I was big, you know, I was always the biggest. I was the biggest guy, and he's just like, you know, you ever play football before? I'm like, nah, never done it, never even thought about it, never watched football. So then I came out to practice, my mom signed me up, and I played. Fell in love with it. I got a call from my coach saying, you know, I just got a call, you might be ranked #1. I'm like, all right. It wasn't even a thought of mine, you know, like, it wasn't even like, I never watched football, it wasn't really a big thing. I didn't even have any offers yet, I didn't have anything. I was just another kid playing football. Next morning, wake up, phone's blowing up. Oh, #1 player in the nation, like, I have like 12 DMs for interviews, I have text messages saying, you know, congratulations and that. And I'm like, what did I do? You know, what did I do to deserve it? What did, like, that's the biggest thing, because like, a lot of guys get put in positions and it's like, what did I do? So as a freshman, it was like, it was a lot, you know, it was a lot. And then people started offering me. It was big, you know, it was big for me. It was when I knew that football was what my destiny was. I'm smarter than a lot of people think. Like, I want to become a lawyer. I just want to go to the NFL. Like, I don't go around saying like, oh, #1, but I go around saying like 4.0. Where I'm at right now in life is not where I want to be in life later on, in 5 years, 10 years. I work out a lot. I try to be a role model. Before I go hang out with my friends, I have to work out. Or I don't feel like I deserve to go hang out because I accomplished something, you know what I mean? I got to accomplish something before I can, you know, just use my time or whatever. I feel bad because I've had my own friends like that I play D-line with at my school ask me like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, how do you get 99 tackles, 20 as D-lineman? And I don't have like any secrets like, oh, I do this workout, this certain workout that no one, I lift weights just like everybody else. I just do it 10 times harder. I don't let people get close to me. And when I say close, I don't mean like family love, no, I mean like stature-wise. Like, once I see a guy catching up, I gotta work out more. Like if I'm lifting 3 plates is my max, and I see you on 295, okay, now I gotta put on 2 more 25s, and I gotta, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta be that much better. Because a lot of people in my life I've seen, wow, he used to be good. What happened? It's not that he got bad, everybody caught up. You know, everybody catches up and everybody gets better. So the message is to keep getting better. You can never be too great. For all the football players out there, don't think about offers, don't be thirsty. You don't need to go to every camp, spend $1,000, just play. Play your heart out every game. Don't think like, we're losing, so let me not care anymore, or let me do this, because everybody's watching. Make sure you go 100% and be the best. My goal, my dream, God willing, is the league. God willing, again, 3 contracts. People tell me the first contract, good. You're lucky if you get the second contract, and you better thank God for getting the third one.
My name's Trey Sanders. I'm the best running back in the nation. I came to IMG to get ready to college football. I ain't slowing down anytime soon. You can try to catch me, but I'm gonna leave you in the dust. You can try to tackle me, but you for sure get ran over. I'm on a mission to feed my family. I won't get in the way if I were you.
I'm from a small town, so like,
I mean, small town mentality. Like, you got big dreams coming from a small town, because not that many people make it out of it. It's called Port St. Joe, and I'm from Apalachicola too, you know. A little purple and gold, we call it the Sharks down there. Coming here and having the opportunity to show what my hometown got, what kind of talent we got, I attacked the opportunity. Ever since then, I've been riding it out. I probably started playing football at 6 years old. I started a year early, so I was with everybody older than me. And just like my first year coming in, I ain't really like hitting. I mean, to this day, I still don't like getting hit. That's why I made so many jump moves. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm trying to save my body, you know? Growing up, where I come from, like, you got rep where you from. And just me, when I get on the field, I mean, this is what I do. I mean, this not a game to me, this is life. So I'm out here just doing it because I love it. And I'm gonna show you I love it. I'm passionate about the game. What made me come here is just like stuff from back home, man. Like, where I'm from, like, ain't no happy endings, ain't no fairy tales, like, ain't no you make it out, you go get big money, you don't graduate, stuff like that. Like, I had to change that. And now, since I got the opportunity to, I'm finna change that forever. Pretty much, since I came down here, man, I've been down here on my own, and my parents pretty much told me, like, all the time, make sure you pray to God, make sure you stay in your Bible more. So I started praying to God more, I started thinking a little bit more, being to myself more, I just started realizing a lot of more stuff and maturing quicker. And when I matured quicker, that's when I realized, like, hey man, you can change some lives. And once I realized that, I realized the sky's the limit. Ever since then, you gotta keep on grinding every day, ain't no non-stop. At the end of the day, I got a family I gotta feed, I got struggles I got back at home too. Coming out here on the football field, you playing with my money, so I gotta go get it. Either way, you standing in front of me paying for my mama's house one day, you standing in front of me from getting my kids right one day and like taking care of my family. Growing up, my brother, man, we always had that mentality. Like at Florida right now, the coach is telling me probably one of the best defensive players they got. Oh, yeah. Like just in practice, just going at it, man. And I know what kind of mentality he got, cause he told me he wanted. And I know if he tell me he wanted, he gonna go get it. Cause that's what our family do. It's the Sanders. You got Barry, Dion, you know. We all gonna go get it, you know. We both came up in a pretty good situation with my family. Like my family, even though we was in bad area and stuff like that, my parents did the best they can do. Like I still have my dad around, I still have my mom around to teach me things, cause some of my friends, they ain't have their dad. And so like growing up with my brother, like, and the stuff we went through made us closer. And just like, we even told each other, we told my dad like, we wanna go to the NFL. And ever since then, my dad pushed us and we've been pushing each other. The game hasn't stopped yet, so we ain't gonna stop neither. Last year, my little brother had passed. So like, I mean, that was a pretty big burden on me. So like, ever since then, man, I've been reading the Bible more and more, and just like, got your little brother in heaven, man, he looking down on you. And I got a younger brother who looking up to me too. I just gotta stay prayed up and just stay on my grind. I came here, you know, I had a lot of difficulty. I come in as a sophomore, come from a small school, so I didn't think I was gonna get that much playing time. It was class 1A. So coming down here, I mean, like everybody thought like, oh, he's probably just all hype, you know, he didn't really play nobody, thing like that. And I came down, you had the Cardell pick, the best safety in the nation. And then I had Dylan Moses, he up for the Buckets Award. So I mean, I was going in against a good defense. Like coming in practice, I had big dudes coming, I'm a sophomore. I'm gonna get mine ran over. Like I'm not used to this. I know I had to step up some way, and I had to show these boys like I'm still a dog inside. Like y'all just here to push me around. So like beginning of the year, I won't get no playing time or nothing. My first game started when we was out in Cali, Long Beach, Poly, broke the rushing record, 205 yards. First game starting, first play, almost took it to the crib. I was hungry. Honestly, playing against top competition was great and all, but like, I don't see none of that. It's just who can be the first rounder. Cause anybody like playing against top competition, I mean, you got guys who haven't played against top competition who go first round, first pick. So I mean, like, I feel like once you get into college, it's gonna really excel you. That's what's really gonna show the difference. It wasn't even a goal to be the best back in the country, it's a goal to be the best back to ever do this. It's just stepping stone, man. That number one running back in the country, I don't feed into none of that. That's just rankings. Like high school, all this football stuff don't mean nothing until you get to college and you prove yourself and you get that first round check. Next year, just expect when I step on the field, everybody chanting, "Six God, six God." Just expect that, man. You know how Drake bring the swagger to the rap game, right? I'm trying to bring that same type of swagger to the field. Like, you know how Drake can hop on any beat and turn it up? I want to be able to hop on any team and turn it up. I'm just ready to turn into a monster. that college weight room gonna turn you to a different monster. So in college, I just want to get there and show them boys like, damn, like he on a mission. Shoot, when I step on that college field next year, I'm looking forward to winning the Heisman. That's the biggest goal. I'm trying to be the best player. My message is to everybody out there, college coaches, NFL scouts, man, just look forward to what I got coming for y'all soon. I'm finna change the game. I'm finna change the game forever too.
When your dad played in the NFL, you get treated differently, especially when he chatted at your Cinco. Haters said get handouts, that it didn't earn my offers, that I'll never be as good as my dad. I'm proud to have my dad's name, but this is my legacy now. This is my time. I'm Chad Johnson Jr.
Chad's game on the field really models his dad, but we also want him to be his own man. Work on his speed, his craftiness, his change of direction, his foot speed. And so a lot of things that we work on directly caters to that. That way it can improve the little aspects of his game. I've been working with Chad for, I would say, about 2 months. At today's workout with Chad, we broke it down so he can learn how to utilize his body, absorb force to produce force. And that directly correlates to his position as a wide receiver. We noticed that he has weak ankles, need to work on his ankle mobility, and definitely needs to work on improving his hip mobility as well. A lot of those things improve his speed, but more importantly, keeps him consistently playing and on the field.
Feeling good, feeling good. We're just working, trying to get better out here. I'm going league, first round.
All right, here we go, legs so width apart. Sit in your hips, just make sure your toes are straight. 10 on the left leg, 10 on the right leg, then 10 both legs together. All right, get into a half squat and hold it. Chest up, tight ass hips, come on, 10. You gotta open it up, there we go. What's so crazy, even though he's the son of I would call him a Hall of Fame football player, you would never know it. He's still a kid, and he walks around and just has fun. He has a great personality. He's loving, he smiles, and he's friends with everyone.
It's not my sport. There we go, Kobe. The rim is a little broken, as you can see, because it's definitely the rim. Kobe lift.
His dad was a world-class smack talker, but he definitely backed it up. That's one thing I can say. Have to love those guys that have that confident bravado, but portrayed everything that they spoke about on the field. And I think Chad definitely understands that you definitely have to back up what you say. And that's why he's here working out.
Don't try this at home.
The future for Chad Johnson, I believe, is really bright. If he continues to do the right thing and stay on the path that he's on.
Yo, it's your boy. We out here. I'm with my mom, Elle. And we just gonna chop it up a little bit and walk on the beach where I grew up at.
This is the hometown.
I grew up in Venice like all my life, My mom she was born here.
Born and raised.
Born here.
Literally, generations of my family comes from Venice, so we all grew up here. My mom, my grandmother, my dad. So we are true beach babies. So he's played football since he was 4. He's been going to Bengals games since he was born.
When my dad was on the Bengals, I'm just watching him. I don't like the team. I don't know the quarterback. I don't go for the Bengals. So I'm just watching him. So when my dad got traded to the Patriots and I see him he texting me oh, we won. And I'm looking at the score and they're blowing teams out. And I'm like, I'm going for the Patriots for sure. And then that's when I jumped on the Patriots. And
he loves Tom Brady.
He loves Tom Brady. That's my dog.
His dad went to the league right when I was pregnant with him, so he grew up in the spotlight. I've tried to prepare him for that, just making sure that his academics were A1, he was, that was the priority, and just being authentic and true to himself and making good decisions. The one thing I am worried about in college is that he's his dad's namesake, so he has the exact same name, playing the exact same position that his dad has always played. And I feel like he's even more of a target because of that, so people are always gunning for him to be, oh, I brought down Ocho Cinco's son, or I'm better than Ocho Cinco's son. But I'm so proud of him because we've been talking about this since he literally has been a little kid, about going to college, playing football in college. That's one of his dreams.
It's been going really well. Everybody's been recruiting me, but I took an early commitment because, you know, they're going to lead me in the right way, and I think I can go lead. If you don't believe in yourself, who is? Oh, milk dud head, take along with everything.
Man, you look like I'll be sure.
You got jokes already? Man, look at your head.
Look at your hair, man.
It come from you and my mom, so which one is it?
No. I got good hair. I just choose to keep it short. So anything going on, run upstairs, you might want to check on that end.
Todd, please, your hair is nowhere near good. I see him like every summer or whenever he comes out here. Yeah, that's my dog, for sure. Always laughing. That's really how it is with our whole family, especially with my dad. Never a dull moment.
Honestly speaking, I don't think I was really that good at being a father when I was playing, because I was extremely busy. My commitment to football, I think it hampered my ability to be the best father I could be at that time. And it wasn't until I finished playing and being retired that I understood the greatness and the joy of actually being a full-time father 24/7, having the time to do so.
You got practice?
Nah, I don't got it today. We have it at 4:30 a.m.
You got what at 4:30 a.m.?
Practice. Every day. Yeah, that mess is hard, but.
It's hard. Man, you weak, man. That's the problem. You weak.
Yeah, but I'm up.
Y'all get hand fed everything. Y'all don't know what no real work is. That's the problem.
That's why we finna go 10-0 and win state.
Some kids are late bloomers, some aren't. That's a good thing because there's so much room for improvement, and I like that. Not peaking too soon. I think that sometimes the child itself loses track on what's important. You know, the craft, becoming better at your craft, understanding your strengths and your weaknesses. Because I wasn't good until I actually got into my, maybe second year in the league. And then it clicked. You know, I don't want it to click too early.
He just let my recruitment play out. He didn't really have anything to do with my commitment. It was all on me. He just tells me to perfect my craft. Like, go wherever you want. If you can play, you can play.
I don't understand you in these visits.
You're supposed to take visits. You're supposed to see how the school is.
Or it's what you do. It don't matter where you go. You could go play with the Sisters of the North. It's about what you do when you get there.
I don't really have too many rules. I've allowed him his freedom to do as he pleases, and he's always been able to make the right decisions. It's like one of my guys, but I also am the parent when I need to be.
All right, I'm going, man. You running up my minutes, man.
Minutes, man? This ain't 2002. I'll hit you later.
Yo, we don't know how his legacy will differ from mine. We don't know. Can't be answered. Only he has the answer for that.
Yo, I'm with the homies, Nick and Kane, and we're about to play a little spike ball in the Venice Beach.
I think it's me versus Chad.
Oh, all right. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little competition, baby. Let's go. Going into college, I just want to bond my coaches and my players first. I feel like when you're comfortable around the people that you're going to be with on the daily, then you can just be your best at all times, you know. And for me, that's how it is. I feel comfortable around my teammates and my coaches. I don't have a problem with anyone. And I think that's when you play your best game, is when you're most comfortable. I'm on that! Ah, dang! Ooh, hey, somebody would have messed their foot up.
I just throw in the trash.
Don't litter, kids.
I've only known Chad for probably 3 years now. I met him at a 7-on-7. I was on the same team with him. This is gonna be my first season playing with him in pads, and I look forward to it.
Being in practice with Chad is pretty cool. He makes things more competitive on the field. A lot more talking, he's pretty cool. It's not quiet how it usually was. Class, he's a good student. He's always asking questions. He knows he has a future and doesn't want to mess it up in the classroom. Get good grades, that's first.
School is number one, always number one. My education is the most important, you know. I can't go to college without education. Can't play anything, can't do anything without my education. So, you know, my mom, day one, first day of high school, she didn't even give me my cleats. She locked them away, said, you're just gonna focus on your schoolwork for the first few months of school. I just know it's the most important thing and it's gonna get you to the next level. Come on, let's go to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move around. 5, 6, 7. Bro.
Probably what makes Chad different is just his personality. You know, if you see him on the street, you won't know like, oh, he's Ocho Cinco's son. He's just a normal kid. But if you see him on the field, he's a lot different than just a normal high school receiver. When I first found out, I honestly didn't believe it. Like someone told me that was Ocho Cinco's son. I was like, what the hell? Like where's Ocho Cinco?
Well, my dad is like my big bro. Joining high school football, I thought it was just all about offers, all the hype stuff, and he like kind of got my mind right, told me to perfect my craft, and everything else comes easier. I watch his videos on the daily, and I can see more equivalency by the day, every day. No matter what, people are gonna believe that I got everything I have now because of my dad. I don't really think about the critics, but on the other side of the grass is work put in on the daily. I'm just gonna put the work in. Maybe we'll see how my legacy is different.
I'm too fast, too quick, too strong. I got the dog in me. Louisiana football is different. Like, we really get it out the mud down here, like we go through a lot of stuff. We've been through a lot of stuff, like certain people don't know how to overcome what we can overcome. Somebody that I know, somebody tried to give him like a handshake, like dap him down, but he ain't dap him down, turned around, shot him in his head, and just kept going. It's crazy out here, man. So like, if you make it out here, like, you blessed, man. Like, we really come from a struggle. Like, how people say the struggle, really the struggle. I'm not gonna say we the only state that goes through it, but like, man, like it's real. It's a blessing just to make it out of here, man. That's why I think we play the hardest football down here. I started playing football, I think at the age of 7. A bunch of teams wanted me to come and play for the youth team. One day, I remember one man, his name was Terry Boyd, he just came and picked me up in his truck. I'll say when I was about around 12, 13, that's when I knew that this is what I was going to be doing. Today was off the field is, I like to read, I like English a lot. I'm a good writer. I have 4 siblings. I like to spend a lot of time together with them because, I'm always gone, so like, I try to make the most that I can with, before I go up to college, spend a lot of time with them. So like, we either go to the park, we'll go to the movies, we'll play a lot of games together, so I like a lot of family time. Off the field, my personality, I'll say like, I'm pretty funny, like, I'm a cool dude, you can come and talk to me about anything. If you need anything, I'm there to help you, like, I have that loving, spirit. So, the hardest thing I ever had to overcome my 11th grade year is like when I really had to like overcome something. Like, we got banned for the playoffs for like 2 years, but we eventually got it down to 1 year. That tore us apart, man. Like, the team that we built that summer, like, I feel like we probably wouldn't have lost no game this past year. Like, we had to learn how to walk again. A lot of players, they stopped coming to practice, stopped playing hard. It took a long time, but we overcame it, and it's time to shake back this year. I knew I was on a mission because I know, like, if I'm going to college, my coach can change every year. It's a business at the end of the day. So, I knew I had to focus on what I wanted to do. I heard it for a while, but I knew I had to keep going, like, I can't, control everyone else. All I can do is try it, but I knew I had to make sure I was straight regardless. I ended up committing LSU. I knew it was home right away, like, just growing up, I knew I always wanted to go there no matter what. From Baton Rouge, being a kid from Baton Rouge, because, of course, everyone wants the offer from the LSU. No matter if you're in state or out of state, like, it's just something about it, and for me to have that opportunity to go there and do something special it's a blessing from God. I like to model my game off Darius guys, he played for my youth team, we very close, I grew up with Darius. I knew that's the school I was gonna go to, and then like I said, when Darius went there, that made me want to go there even more, and like, he had some great records there, and I want to come and go and break them. And just watching him, like, he's been a beast. We've been playing on the same team. He's been a beast, so just watching him made me want to play it even more, like, and just how all the attention he was getting, and I saw how much he put in the game, and, he was very passionate about it, so that made me work even harder, I wanted to be just like him. He's very explosive. He can do it all, really, like, he's like the total package. Man, Leonard Fournette, he just a beast all around, you know, like I was watching his highlight tape this morning, you know, like I watch, you know, all I do is watch highlight tape, you know, see how I can get better, just, you know, even as a high school player, you know, to see like, you know, he did that, let me see if I could do it, but do it better. I can see a little bit of me and him. He's very strong and big, you know, and fast at his, you know, at his weight. They might say I'm the next Leonard Fournette, but I want to make my own name, you know. I want to say I don't want somebody to come behind me and be like, he's the next Todd Davis, you know. Like I want to be, he's a great player, but I'm aiming to be better than him. He's a powerful runner, and I think I'm pretty powerful. You know, his vision is great, you know, and at his size, he can always break away and score. But I want to be my own person, you know. I want to be better than anybody that ever came through that. And I want to be the next running back to win the Heisman Trophy. The way I'm going to get that Heisman Trophy is by working hard each and every day. Always just know like that someone is coming for your spot. There's another running back out there that's doing the same thing as you. So what else you gonna do? What extra you gonna do to put in? I'm a savage on the field. Like when I'm on the field, you're gonna get 110% away from me. You know, like I'm never gonna take any plays off. You know, my dad, he's been teaching me how to play chess. You know, like so, and I know I can use it on the field. You know, because I have. You know, like just to look at it, just to read before the ball snaps. You know, just make my next move, and to like just be 2 steps ahead of the next man. Anybody trying to stop me this year, I hate to break it to you, but you're gonna wish you didn't do that. I'm Todd Davis, I'm from Baton Rouge, best running back in the country.
On the field, man, I just trying to throw that dog, I get possessed. Gotta flip the switch. I'm a Florida boy, different breed. There's something about that water around here. When the ball's not, it's go time. In my game, dog mentality. To be an O-lineman, you gotta have that dog in you. Anybody, man, he gonna get that work. It don't matter, and that's the dog mentality. You gotta bring it every single day. I was actually born in Louisiana, New Orleans. And when I was like 1 year old, my family had moved back to Florida, a small town, Okeechobee. One high school there, real small, man. Yeah, that's where I grew up at. I started playing ball at 3rd grade. I had actually played up like 4 years, ahead, 3rd grade. I wanna say I was like at least 5'7". I was pushing at least 260, 270. Always the biggest guy, I thought the best football come out of Florida, not just because I'm from here. You just look at the track record, man. It's something about that water around here. Different breed. I came in my sophomore year. I mean, actually, I came and visited IMG my 7th grade year with my brother. Try to get in, things didn't pan out. So I just came up with the mentality that this is where I wanted to be, so I wanted to play high school football. So for my freshman year, I left it all out there on my tape, and I was blessed enough to get an opportunity in the off season to come here. I would say a guy that knows how to work finesse and speed and power. Them look like a guy like Nolan Smith. Them the type of guys that give me a hard time. It's just a blessing, man. Like being in somewhere like this, iron sharpens iron. Being able to go against cats like that, like it make it easy in the game. Like, blessing. Off the field, man, laid back, cool guy. But on the field, man, I just trying to throw that dog. I don't know, something come over me, I get possessed or something. I don't get it. I don't know. Got to flip the switch. I kind of like to keep a clear head when I'm on the line because, I just want to make sure I get to my assignments and stuff. But when the ball's not, it's go time. That's kind of how I've been, taught to play my whole life. I'm out of my game after 3 players, or 4 actually. I like to watch Orlando Pace, Trent Williams, Tyron Smith, and my all-time favorite, Larry Allen, straight dog. I'm one of those real athletic type of linemen, and I like to, think when I'm playing. I can block real good in space. I can run block real good. I can pass block real good. There's areas I can improve on, but all in all, I feel like I would put myself as like an all-around, like all-purpose O-lineman. Actually, I play every position on the O-line except center. Honestly, I think the spot I'm at now, left tackle, I feel like that's my spot. I love that the most, but I still do miss, marling in the trenches as a guard or whatever. That's fun, man. To be an O-lineman, or just to be in them trenches, regardless, you gotta have that dog in you. Because a lot of guys don't want to get hit constantly. O-line and D-line is the only position on the field you get hit every single play. For me, the dog mentality, just not caring about the guy in front of you, if he got stars or if he anybody, man, he gonna get that work. It don't matter. I gotta bring it every single day. I want Devon Millers, J.J. Wise, everybody. When I get there, I'm going to be ready. When I'm on the field, even at the Modern Day game, it was a whole lot of people out there. Even though it was real loud, I really couldn't hear it. I just got drowned out. I was so locked in on the game. I really don't, really get too affected by that. I'm real, passionate about back home, making sure, like, I'm involved with the youth in the community. Like, over the summer, I made it my business to go out to most of the youth football practices or whatever, work with the O-line and just kind of like give back because I was brought up on them same fields, so I got to do my part to give back. My message to the younger youth, man, it may sound cliche or cheesy, man, but for real though, every night before I go to bed, I pray and I thank God for everything He's blessed me with. There's a whole lot of people out here that's struggling real bad, and because of Him, I'm in the position that I am today, so just give all your thanks for everything you got to God, and He'll continue to bless you. Growing up, I knew it was always a dream of mine, but I didn't think it'd manifest like this, this early. This is a blessing from God, man. I owe it all to Him. First, man, I'm just gonna go in there with a mentality, man. I'm just gonna try to lock down the starting spot my freshman year. That's my goal. I know wherever I go, it ain't gonna be easy, it ain't gonna be given to me, but I'm gonna go in with the mentality that I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna try my best to work harder than anybody there. That's my goal. This is the brotherhood, man. I'm gonna miss every last one of these guys on my team because we live together, we eat together, man. Like, we beat each other 24/7. So I know I might cry whenever I leave them boys.
Into the end zone. Touchdown! He is juking and jiving. He makes that defender miss. Touchdown, Rouge! He cuts to the outside. He's in the 15 to 10.
Every Friday night, he has that one wild play. My name is Joe Hyman. I play running back, and I'm in the class of 2022.
There's the pass. It's complete to Joe Hyman around the right side of the field.
Joe's our starting running back, and he's a sophomore.
In junior high, everyone's talking about Joe Hyman. Like, oh, Joe can't be that good. He's better than I ever expected. I first picked up football when I was like in first grade. I went to my first football practice, and it just seemed like football was the right sport for me. I just loved it ever since. I was kind of one of the bigger guys out of like the people who I was playing against, so like it was kind of getting easier for me, but like, competition level was kind of down since I was bigger than everybody.
There's the snap, little play action, and now a pass to Joe Hyman, who is wide open on the left side of the field.
No matter like how big I am or anything like that, I try to be the hardest worker in anything I do.
Hand off to Hyman. He's got a lane up the middle. He's in the 30. He's in the 20. He cuts to the outside. He's in the 15 to 10. He is juking and jiving into the end zone. Touchdown!
Last season, we played against Little Rock Christian. It was the first game of our season. I didn't get to play the first half, but I got to play the second half. I was doing pretty good throughout like the first couple of plays that I got in. But then one play, I was running to the sideline, and then I got hit, and then I kind of broke my ankle. Through my head, I'm just thinking, wait till next year, wait till I get to varsity ball, and then I just work hard, try to get my spot, and try to make an impact on the team.
Joe Hyman, there he goes. He makes that defender miss. Touchdown, Joe Hyman.
It's like I'm getting more and more touches throughout the season. I feel like he trusts me enough to where he can give me the ball, and I can just go make something happen.
He's the only one with any Division I offers. A guy that you can throw a ball to 5 yards out on the side, and it's an 80-yard touchdown pass.
There's the pass. It's complete to Joe Hyman.
Screen pass, one of my favorite plays in the playbook, and I saw nothing but space.
Just a kid making a play there.
Woo! Wow.
After I scored, I realized, yeah, I'm in here, that I can play with these older guys.
Hey, way to make a play. That's how I can play. He's coming to work and doing his job, and it's never about him.
Hyman's got some room on the right side.
He comes out and just puts on a show for the crowd.
He's in the end zone for a touchdown, Rouge!
Whitehall. They kick both kickoff returns in the same spot, so it's kind of like identical.
It's fielded by Joe Hyman himself. He scrambles between a few of the defenders.
I got the ball, and then I tried to find an open hole, and I found that hole, and then I just took off, and then I scored.
Go, Joe. Hold on to that ball.
There's no better way to start senior night than Joe Hyman returning the opening kickoff.
Heck of a job, Joe. Heck of a job.
kick it somewhere else, kick it out of bounds, or don't kick it to him again.
That's something, isn't it? Yeah.
Bruins lead 24-7. 10 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first quarter. You heard me right.
Returns 2 kickoffs in the first quarter for touchdown. You're like, okay, this kid's a special player. Good job on the return again. I have no idea why people keep kicking you the ball, but I'm glad they do.
Spring ball, we were in practice, and SMU, one of their coaches, came to one of our practices. Then a couple of days later, they offered me a full ride to that school. The football is one of my top things right now. Like, I want to pursue my dreams to try to get to the NFL.
There's the pass. It's complete to Hyman. Touchdown, Joe Hyman.
You know, after that Ravenwood game, I felt like I can compete with these guys because everybody was bigger than me. And like, you know, we still almost won that game, but I'm like, yeah, I can compete with them too.
Joe Hyman again.
It was fun playing against that competition because maybe that was a glimpse of what I'm going to see when I get to college. SMU, I took that visit sometime in October, and I really liked, you know, the campus and all the things that they provided. It was cool, you know, all the coaches, they were like welcoming, and the facilities were nice, and you know, it was just a cool environment.
Joe Hyman's back to receive. He has it. He dodges a couple of tackles. He's at the 40. Touchdown, Bruins!
Every Friday night, he has that one wild play.
The senior class, it meant a lot to me. I'm going to miss those guys because they're, you know, like big brothers to me. And like, once I moved up, they welcomed me in and like, you know, treated me like a little brother. Junior or senior, I probably want to play both sides so I can help the team out even more.
Hey, Bruins on 3, 1, 2, 3, go! As you get bigger and stronger, probably want to give it to you more. Obviously, next year we'll have to rely on you even more, but you ended up having almost 2,000 yards this year.
During that conversation with me and Coach, you know, he just tells me that I'm just going to have to step it up this year even more, and he's going to just be giving me the ball more, and then I just have to be a leader for the rest of the team. I like this leadership responsibility because it just kind of puts it on me that I have to just work hard so that the other guys can work hard too, and it just makes them better. So getting back to War Memorial next December, we're just going to have to come in every day and just put in the work so we can just like come together as one team and then just make it back to the championship. I think we will be ready for it. I think if everybody just comes in and just does their job, we'll be good. Last year we did pretty good, and this year we should do fine too.
First thing a coach would tell you is, where's your basketball, son? Hey, there's no way you play football in New York City.
I think with Sophion, he just has it. Like I said, he just has it.
This season I'm expecting nothing short of a state championship. I lived all over New York City since the time I was 5 years old. I've mostly been living in Manhattan since I was 8. We just had to run for the select bus. The regular stuff right there. New York City shaped my football career because it made me hungry. And no matter what you do, how good you're doing, you still got to do better to get noticed. Everybody think we play basketball out here, so I gotta make a name for the city. We all gotta make a name for the city. On the bus ride, I usually just listen to music or just relax until my workout. If it wasn't running limited, there is no telling how long it would take. Like right now, we're just gonna get off and have to walk like 3 blocks to the field. Got to 128th, this is the field right here.
My name is Tyler Simmons, and I've been working with Sophion since he was in middle school playing for the Harlem Jets Youth Football Organization.
This is what makes guys a little more elite, right? The ability to cut down on time and transition and agility.
Yeah, there's not a lot of recruiting in New York City. At least that used to be the case. Sophion has definitely had a major impact on that, especially as a quarterback in high school. Honestly, he has an impact on a lot of athletes, not only football. Especially with what he does in the gym and on the field. I mean, he has a presence in a lot of places throughout the city. I would say there's youth wrestlers and track athletes and basketball players that look at Sophion and just see his work ethic and his persistence.
Just got done getting some field work, putting in max pain at the field on 128th. We about to walk across 125th and go get Spanish food on the west side, a place called Tropical. 125th, if you ever heard of Times Square of New York, 42nd Street. It's like the 42nd Street of Uptown New York City, Uptown Manhattan. It's a big city with a lot of crazy people, funny people. At this point, it's just funny to us. Some people think it's crazy. For us, it's just hilarious. It's hilarious. On 125th, you got a lot of food places, clothing stores. You got the Apollo Theater, which is very famous. It's just really the hub of Uptown Manhattan, Harlem. Nah, I don't got the moves. He got the moves. I don't got the moves. He got the moves. Every city got their bad areas, and so we was walking past the area that had a lot of drug addicts or whatever. But you know, majority of Harlem is not like that. Every city has their bad areas, and we was just walking past it. But you know, there's a lot of culture around here. It's a good place to live, and it's a nice area. You get the bang for your buck over here. I just paid $6 for a quarter chicken, rice and beans. Doesn't get better than that. You get a lot of food, a little bit of money. The success we have at Hayes is gonna get everybody on the team notice, and it's gonna get New York City notice as a whole, because now we're gonna have a camera on us. Everybody's gonna be watching us. They're gonna say they got dudes in New York City. We gotta go out there to recruit. So now you got dudes from other schools getting recruited, and that's how the whole city just builds each other up. I'm NYC bred. Right now we in Riverside Park. I'm just getting my throws in, my mandatory throws with my boy Mace. Right before we go hit the gym. Today's leg day, so y'all in for a show. And nobody feels bad about like, oh, you can't work out in New York City because it's winter. Like, I'll be like, oh, I can't compete with a dude from Texas because they don't have a winter. And I can't throw the ball in the winter because it's snowing and there's snow everywhere. Nobody cares about that. Colleges don't care about that. The kid from Texas don't care about that. My opponent on Saturday doesn't care about that. Nobody cares about that. So you gotta get it however you can. You don't got a gym, you better be in the park. You better be doing pull-ups. You better be doing push-ups, doing whatever you can to get it however you can.
All right, real quick. What sport kind of exemplifies complete control?
Gymnastics.
You've been here for this, so don't answer.
Gymnastics.
Why? Why gymnastics? Why are they the top athletes in the world? That is the sport of mastery, complete mastery of the human body. With that said, right, if gymnastics kind of exemplifies total body control, then we know what? That total athleticism is what? Total body control.
You know, he just continues to push the envelope, and he wears it on his back. You know, he does take the challenge, and it's tough. You know, this is not a historical place for, you know, football talent, but he truly believes in changing that wholeheartedly. One of the most focused young men I've ever met. He's almost like an old soul, as if he's been here before. He just gets what it is, that in terms of being serious and approaching a workout at a young age. So 7, 8, 9, he just understood getting in line, you know, not goofing off, not being a kid, even though at 7, 8, you should be a kid. And, you know, when you get those sort of kids, it's contagious.
I don't make excuses. Like, if I need something done, playing football in New York City, you gotta get it done. We just got done with our leg workout down at the gym with About You. We about to go over to the Bronx to get some field work at Cardell Hayes. To get to the field, you gotta take 2 trains and then walk, or you can take the train to the bus and then walk. Right now, we about to take the train to the bus. Thank you. When you're trying to get on the bus, you like a kid, you just be like, can I get a ride? And they just let you on for free. So that's usually how we do it. Right now we're at the Hayes backfield. It's the back of the school, home of the Cardinals. We just got our field redone this summer. This is our home field right here. That's where we practice. I love practicing on this field. This season I'm expecting nothing short of a state championship. Anything else doesn't really matter, especially with the team we got this year. Last year, I had 35 touchdowns, over 3,000 yards. So the ultimate goal is just to be able to come back and help kids out and, you know, just maybe coach them up or
just showed him that you could do all of this stuff right out of the city.
I've met Sofian when I was like 8, 9 years old on the Harlem Jets. It's a youth organization. We've been playing with each other until we was 13. Whether we on the field or in the weight room, he's gonna always be pushing me. He's very competitive. And then like off the field, his personality, he's a funny kid, like since we was little.
In order to taste my cup of water, you must first empty your cup. Do you know why this cup is so useful? Because it is empty. I'm gonna throw for 5,000 yards this season and 50 touchdowns. That's a quote. But the ultimate goal is to win that state championship. Nothing else matters if we don't win that. That's the ultimate goal right there. Right now we're at the Jets field, field 91, Randall's Island. It's all the kids, they getting ready to start practice, warm up right now.
You got the right one. You got the right one.
Yeah, I like coming here and seeing the young talent and getting a chance to, sometimes throw to them and help coach them up. Because I know even for myself, I like to work with people that's at a higher talent level than myself or that has more football knowledge than myself. Yo, catch the ball like this. When it's right here, catch it like this. Don't try to catch it like this, because it's going to go through your hands. You got to strap your helmet. Strap your helmet. I played for the Jets for 5 years. I went to Florida for 5 years to compete in the Nationals. We never lost a game in New York.
What sets Sofian apart, it's just in-your-face work ethic. 2-time All-American, wins the city championship as a true freshman. It's just unheard of, and have the work ethic of someone who is not getting any of these accolades. It's beyond sports. He really cares about, what all of this means in the long run.
Cardinal Hayes, now we trying to, win out the state and then move into becoming a national program.
I've been through a lot growing up. I never even had a bed until college. At the time, I kind of normalized everything. I'm in a position now where I could change my family's lives in the future, generations' lives. So, it's definitely been huge. Football definitely changed my life.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
When I look at Josh Jacobs, I see the electricity.
This kid moves in another gear. He will lower his shoulder into contact.
We know he can run, catch, and block.
He is a violent downhill runner.
I'm Josh Jacobs, former Alabama running back, and I'm here in New York with overtime. I think my running back style is very diverse. I like to do a lot of different things, whether it's from juking people or running people over. I like to do a lot. I got a little dead leg move I use. It's where I will go outside like this, size them up, stick, and get vertical. So look, it's a hard cut though. So you come in here, and either you can put somebody in a blender right here and go up, or you can take it a step up. You can go here, go directly diagonal, turn your prayer, one stick, vertical. You know how hard that is going full speed? It's a hard cut.
And it's Jacobs following them into the end zone.
The thing that I can bring to an NFL team is just diversity. You never know what I'm gonna do. You can line me up in the slot, you can line me up out wide, obviously run the ball, and then play all special teams too. So I do a little bit of it all. I'll run you over. Next time you see me, you're gonna think I'm gonna run you over again. So you're gonna drop and either try to match my intensity or you're gonna try to go low. So that's when I create diversions and I juke people. Things that motivate me the most, growing up how I did, not going back to that, wanted to be one of the greatest to ever do it. That's the most motivating thing for me. It means more from what I've overcome and things like that. So my mindset is just going there, put in the work, whether it's film study, workouts, or anything, just going there and try to be the best person I can be. Well, I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm the middle of 5 kids. I've been through a lot growing up, whether it was from sleeping in the car or staying in motels and hotels and things of that nature. And at the time, I kind of normalized everything until I got older and I started seeing other people's lives, and I was like, this is not normal. So it really didn't hit me at the time until then. I never even had a bed until college. Football was an outlet for everything. Football got me away from all the crazy things that's going on in the streets and the hood where I stayed. It got me away from just being bad, but it was a place where I can express my emotions. Well, I only had D2 schools for a long time. I had Wyoming and New Mexico State was my first actual Division I offers. I was honestly happy with just going with them. Some random dude from Texas named Coach G. Smith hit me up and he told me,
create a Twitter. I didn't have any social media at the time. He was like, create a Twitter, post the highlights, I'm gonna help you get recruited. Post my highlights, 2 days later, I'm getting like 10 calls a day from schools. Like 2.5 weeks before signing day, Alabama calls. And at that point, it was really a no-brainer. I get a chance to play on the biggest stage with the best people and actually prove that I belong.
Josh Jacobs finds a crease and finds the end zone.
At Alabama, we loaded at running back. It helped me because we pushed each other every day. Every day was a competition. Every day, each person wanted that starting job. I used to tell people all the time, practice would be harder than the games. So just going against that top-tier competition every day kind of prepared me for the league. I'm hearing a lot of I might be the first back off the draft. I'm just hoping to see where I land so I can get ready and go into that team and produce. Finally getting that recognition, it'll be huge for me. First thing gonna be running in my head is don't cry. Cause I know my parents are gonna be crying with my pops. I know he's gonna be crying, so it's probably just gonna be like trying to focus on not crying. First thing I'm gonna think about probably is like everything I've been through. That's probably the first thing gonna hit me. And then I'm gonna think about, all right, going to this team and wherever the location may be, going and starting that next phase, and it's really the beginning phase of everything. I don't want people to know that I'm regular. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be on this platform and they see us and they view us different ways, like idolizers and stuff like that, but I'm just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? I eat like everybody, I put my clothes the same way as everybody else, and I want to be treated that way, so yeah. Sure. I mean, obviously I'm in a position now where I could change my family's lives in the future. Just to have a mini you is dope in itself. Not let him go through the similar things that I went through. It's about him understanding that side, but not actually doing and living that. My pops brought him up to let him visit the games or whatever. And it was just crazy seeing him out there, and he running to me and he jumped in my arms and things like that. I mean, so it was definitely special.
You know, I'm born and raised a Florida boy. I feel like I was the man of the house growing up, try to live out my dream and get to the NFL. What makes this place different is not for everybody. It's a grind, man. Blood, sweat, and tears, man. It shows that you got thick skin. I'm gonna try to bring a national championship to Tallahassee to get them back where they was in the top 10, coming in every season and staying in the top 10. I promise that we're gonna get Florida State back on that bold streak. I was born and raised New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Single parent home, me and my sister and my mom in the house. My dad was helping us out a lot, but you know, every night I go to sleep, it was just my mom, and I feel like I was the man of the house, try to live out my dream and get to the NFL, get my mom and father and everything out of New Smyrna. When I first came to IMG, I was playing with the best players in the country. Coaches getting on me, coaches yelling at me, and I'm getting yelled at in the film session. It's not for everybody. Like, everything is time management here, and everything is getting you ready for college here. I just love Florida State itself. The fans, everything. You know, I'm born and raised a Florida boy. My sister goes there. She's a sophomore at Florida State. When I first met Taggart, he told me that he was gonna be the first black African-American coach to win a national championship. You know, I felt that. Everybody's with Taggart right now. Even though he's down right now, I believe in him to get him back where they was in the top 10, coming in every season and staying in the top 10. Stuff that happened this year will not happen next year. The 2019 class that's coming in, you know, we got the right mind. You know, we talk to each other every day.
Throw it up. Throw it up. Where you going to school?
Oh, you know how we
Where you going to school, son?
Man, you know, no nation. We're going to be right next year. We had a bad year. But, you know, we got to prove the doubters wrong. You know, everybody think we're going to be fooled. But just wait, just wait.
My guys on the football field, when we go to war, you know, I'm gonna lead them to the right path. I'm gonna try to bring a national championship to Tallahassee and everything. I came into high school playing safety. Always grew up being a ball hawk, trying to go get the ball, and in secondary, my freshman year, I had, I think it was 7 interceptions. Now I'm coming into the box, you gotta fill the hole, you gotta be physical and everything. Jerome Baker, he played at Ohio State. I sit down and watch his highlights and see how he do and see how he move and everything like that. So, you know, I'm getting used to it, and I'm gonna have a good career. You know, I have a lot of shoes to fill. We're gonna get that bold streak back alive. That's number one.
They can count on me for that. I promise that we're going to get Florida State back on that bold streak. Outside of football, you know, I just like to relax, watch TV, you know, enjoy football, especially on Saturdays. For sure, I'm into my academics. My dad don't play about academics. Criminal justice and psychology. Psychology, you know, I wanna help people. I love to help people. What they don't know about me, you know, I ride horses. My dad and his brothers, they grew up riding horses, and they brought him down, and you know, I got on the horse one day and I just fell in love with it. But the message to the kids, man, you know, stay positive, grind, man, keep grinding. And like I said, get into schoolwork, because if you don't have the books, you will not get scholarships. And if you're religious, you know, God should be the main focus of your life, #1 man in your life. You gotta look on the good side of everything, you know, because like I said, it ain't always gonna be good. It's not always gonna be bad, but you gotta keep it moving and keep a smile on your face.
OT is taking over the world, y'all. You gotta get fitted head to toe like your boy. Whoo, yeah, I'm rocking that Overtime Fits Takeover collection. If you're trying to add it to yours, man, make sure you hit the link below in the description. I gotta go tell my mama I'm on overtime. Mama!